Hello, it's Jang here with a look at a LEGO Star Wars set. This is the Flash Speeder, comes with 312 pieces and includes 5 minifigures. This was seen in episode 1, and it's not one of the more celebrated or romanticized craft or vehicles from the Star Wars universe, but it was seen as being important enough to make it into the very first toys, licensed toys, that were released after the revival of Star Wars. However, LEGO didn't make their first one of these until the next year, 2000. So this is the second minifigure scale version of a Flash Speeder that we've ever gotten from LEGO. I think that they've captured the shapes of it pretty well, and they've taken some liberties with the design to try to take it a little bit farther beyond just the original design and original functionality of the in-universe craft. I like the shaping around the front and sides. I think that's done pretty well for a simple to build LEGO set, and they do have the opening doors that open the proper way. Kind of reveal some of the technic holes on the sides, but that really doesn't bother me. I very much appreciate the ability to put 4 minifigures in there. You put 2 in the front and 2 in the back, which is a little bit beyond what you would have seen in the real thing, if you will. The passengers in the back would have to be kind of sitting up on the seat back, so they've actually put more room in here, which I can't complain about. The cockpit section includes a control yoke that the pilot can hold onto, and there are 2 stickers, one for kind of a center console section and one for more of the heads-up section towards the front. The main engine assemblies are one of the places where they took some liberties with design. Instead of having just an air inlet in the front there, they've integrated a spring-loaded launcher on each side. So you get to shoot those out, and these are also able to angle to kind of go with that extra play value there. So you can angle them up so you can really arc your shots to go a long distance. I think that it takes away just a little bit from the look of the front here, but adding in the ability to shoot, I think, is definitely worth it for the kids that this is really made for. And it doesn't take too much away from the design. And if you don't like that, it's very easy to replace with just a single brick. And then in the center, you've got the main proper blaster section, which can be rotated around. It has a little bit of friction there, so it doesn't feel too loose. I appreciate that. And as you can see, this has another spring-loaded launcher built into it. So it's not going to launch directly out the tube, it's going to launch right next to it. Again, if you don't want to see that in this case, just leave that out right there entirely, and it still looks pretty respectable. I'm glad that they didn't just use the transparent bolt, and they actually have a simulated proper barrel there, because it looks a lot better than just using the bolt. You know, this is more realistic, more believable. The bottom of the craft has some 2x2 inverted tile pieces, so that helps to elevate it up off the ground just a little bit and makes it nice and smooth to just kind of make it hover around. For figures, on the left is a generic Naboo guard, in the center is a Naboo security officer, and I think if you take the head from this one and put it on this one, this would be a good enough stand-in for a Captain Panaka. Speaking of captains, on the right is definitely my favorite Gungan character of all time, Captain Tarples himself. Jaja, use it in a big doo-doo this time. He's got some interesting light, what is that, light lavender color that's used on him. Nothing new with any of these figures. Let me just also show you underneath here that you do get an alternate face. That's a pretty good one, pretty expressive. Good for battle scenes, but nothing new here in terms of the prints and molds, but all very appropriate figures for this set. Lastly, the set also comes with a couple of just generic run-of-the-mill battle droids with no printing on them, just the regular all-tan coloring. So nothing fantastic here, a fairly humble, modest, small to medium-sized craft build, but I think it looks good. It comes with a good selection of figures that make sense to include in this set, and I'm glad that they remade this. You know, like I said, they haven't made one in quite a while. I feel like this is a tremendous improvement in design over the original, although the original wasn't that bad, the first one that LEGO did. I just think that this is much better, and I think that the things that they kind of changed a little bit from the real version, if you will, in the movie, I think are good. I think it all makes sense and nothing really detracts. So overall, I just think this was a good job by LEGO. Let me know what you think by leaving your thoughts in the comments down below. Be sure to check out the video description for answers to the most frequently asked viewer questions. And come back for my next video, which is on the way very soon.